Hey guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing? I hope you guys all had a great day in the market. If it's first time watching and you're watching on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button. And if it's first time watching and you're watching on Facebook, make sure you follow me. But welcome everyone, and hope you guys had a great trading day. And I didn't make a lot of trades today. I tried to get a couple of trades off at the end of the day toward our hedge and stuff. Our hedge play for last week paid out really well. We made 100% of the money on it. Unfortunately, it's the stock is just not cooperating with what we need it to do. I very rarely do see a stock that just keeps going down every day and the puts keep coming down with it. Usually when a stock goes down so much in a week, the puts go up. We did finally have a little bit more volume today, a little bit more volatility. And I'll show you on the charts. And I mean, it had almost a 50-point swing today. So at one point this morning, it was almost down 18 points. And at one point, it was up 27 points and came all the way back down. So, that's definitely a sign of weakness, in our GameStop play. We just can't get that big blast where it just goes down 20 or 30 points and stays down for the day. That's where this thing is really going to get shaken up and it's going to move. And I think that's coming on Monday, Tuesday with the earnings announcement, Tuesday after the market closes. So it'll definitely be very fun and exciting to see. But let's get right in there. We'll take a look at the account today, how we did. And down 60,000. At one point today, we were up when it was down 18 points. We were actually up about 50 grand. But the hedges then were going up because they got really volatile. But even at the peak today, the option contract, our put, only got to $8.30. So it's very interesting. I'm watching it more and more and studying it. So, obviously you want to know how to play these. But yeah, just the way it moves is just very unorthodox to most, how they move and stuff. So get right into it. Down 60,000. IDEX actually had a nice little rally today. Came back 10 cents. This is definitely helpful for next week. Our option contract on this one all expired worthless. So we basically made $34,807 on that play. Pure profit. So at least we got a little money off the table. Now, if we think this thing's gonna get to 350 and we want to just blast it, hopefully we could. If we want to sell the option for next month, it's a month away, so we'd be sitting on it for 4 more weeks, and it's around 40 cents. The advantage and disadvantage of this is, the 180,000 contracts, we could pick up about 60 grand. If the stock goes up a little bit more, let's say 10 cents more, those may go to about 50 cents. We could pick up 90 grand. So it's kind of a tough scenario. I'd like to get out of this stock. I'm in no rush. I don't see any reason just to give it away because we can make enough percentage wise in gain, and I don't think it's going to go to $2. Or say like our low side of $2. But we'd like to get out of it. We have to figure out something. Jaguar today had a little comeback. Was up today. CTYX. This is one of our hold positions that we're waiting for the news. This was actually pretty encouraging. At the end of the day, it had a little spike. Goldrich Mining today, flat, didn't do anything. But so GameStop today down again. It's been down pretty much every day this week. But our put position, it's just I've never seen anything like this where a stock goes down or stays flat and still has a couple of weeks to go before it expires, and the stock, goes down. Or the option contract, put contract goes down $1.87. Just insane. So what did we wind up doing? So I started making some moves, and I'll show you guys. Rid of the 115s that we had. And also it's disappointing because I didn't have more margin buying power in the account. I could have hedged this and made a lot more money. Instead, I had to sell the 115s and 140s because I didn't have enough to have sold all the 150s, which I would have, today I would have been selling 170s. It's, just crazy what it would have done and stuff. But no matter what, I mean, we did, our hedge paid off, so our losses aren't as bad. Well, this position, yes, it is down $1 million. This week we picked up 370,000 here. We picked up 125,000 here. And on this other position, we picked up like 60,000. So we picked up almost $600,000 plus the week before 170 towards our $1 million loss over here. So we are picking up money. Now we have in play a new position. I started writing the 115s for next week because I definitely want to hedge it even with earnings. I didn't want to have a lot of positions out, so I wasn't chasing it. But I did start writing a few of them around 425 only got 116 of them off because I wanted to limit it. Because last week, if you remember when it did drop and got volatile, and all of a sudden we had sold those 140s. Remember, it was like the stock was up. We sold them for $3-4, and all of a sudden they were $9. We could have made so much more money if we, just got lucky and caught it at the right time. But it's okay. You win some, you lose some for the week. This week actually is about flat for us overall, so not too bad. That's why you keep hedging and stuff. Overall in the markets today, as I predicted, the Dow was down more. I thought the NASDAQ would have been down today. It was down at one point or a little flatter, but it did have a little bit of a rally back up 100 points. But, the Dow continues to sell off. So it'll be interesting next week. Bitcoin is up a little bit today, still around 58,000 off its highs of 62. But yeah, I mean, when you look at the chart and, after hours, but, when you look at the 1 day chart on this thing, I mean, this is the same thing. Opened up, came way down, shot way up, and, it shows me it has no support. The one thing is it did have more volume today, so it definitely, is picking up interest. And like I said, this thing's going to be a hot topic next week because you have, Tuesday after the close earnings and stuff. So it'd definitely be interesting. One of Kenny's picks is doing really well. AABB. If you guys saw that one today, 47 cents. So a nice one. And Kenny had a lot of good picks today. If you guys are, especially our Patreon members, and if you guys don't know about our Patreon group, what it is we have a private group of Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/Raja Makes Money, and we have Kenny and the research team in there. And he had a bunch of stock picks today. I could read a couple that did really well. IMTL today and AURI. Those things skyrocketed. During the market, he had about 8 different calls. About 6 of them won today. He had 2 losers in there and one that was a small winner. But overall, some pretty good picks today. And so the way our Patreon group works is any trades I make, I place in real time on our Patreon page. Then we have the private Facebook group for all our Patreon members that everybody can post stuff, talk about stocks, talk to Kenny and the research team, and get feedback and stuff. So you definitely want to watch that, so you know what's going on, and if you have questions about the market, what's happening, what they're picking, and he posts all those in the Facebook group. Also, guys, remember, all these trades are for entertainment purposes only. I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing in my account. You need to make your own decisions if you want to trade stock. We're not investment brokers or investment bankers or anything like that. So just like to get that out of the way. But so overall, like I said, I can't complain. Looking at some interesting stuff. So, for what are we going to do for this coming week on GameStop? So as you can see here, and if I just wanted to sell I can sell 1,100 contracts right now at, about $2.70, would give us, $300,000 for the week towards our hedge. I think we're going to have to do, depending on what the market does on Monday, especially by Tuesday, we're going to have to do something a little bit more drastic. So we have a few different scenarios. The 115s at $4, 4.25 isn't too bad, and stuff. So you definitely have that stuff to look at. So you definitely have all those to look at, and see what you like the best. And this is where this gets interesting. I mean, if we don't think the stock's going to go down below, let's say 130 this week, I can get $6 out of this thing right now. That's the price of what the option contract is. So, I mean, we'd almost have another, 700,000 back. And then as long as this thing is $2 next week, we're ahead. You can also always ride ahead of it and just throw this one away for next week. So a lot of choices here. So, a lot of different scenarios. If this thing tanks on Tuesday, this $6, let's say it went to $100, could be $30, and then you're down $24. But the 100 could be 20. So you have to. It's very very hard to predict the way this stock moves, and that's why I like this stuff a little bit longer out, because you can do the short term stuff, and if it does go up or down, you have a little bit of leeway. I mean, I don't see how they could have earnings on this stock, and this stock could do anything good. I mean, there's nothing better. There's nothing good about it. I mean, it's just a dud that has nowhere to go, and I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, there's nothing about this stock that you could think is going to do anything good earnings wise. I mean, it's been losing money. It's going to continue to lose money, and I mean, it's like I said, outside of, we know everything they've done, even, I mean, we can't figure out what this e-commerce plan is. So it's going to be interesting, but it is what it is. And, like I said, late in the day, the volume picked up. That's when it kind of ran, and then it, came back down. But I don't know. I look at this chart and I am just amazed. They said how these market makers have manipulated the prices of this. But it is what it is. Like I said, we're going to have resolution in the next 2 weeks on this, and it's going to be exciting. Hopefully, it works out. We're going to make it work. But that's why you hedge these things, and that's one of the big things of me trying to educate you guys is how do these hedges work so that you don't lose it. If you just came in and spent $1 million on some $1.7 million and it went the wrong direction, you didn't hedge it, you'd be out a lot of money. At least if you hedge it, maybe it breaks even or you make a little bit of money, but at least at the end of the day, you save some money and it's not, and you can make money off the hedge. Like I said, if this thing, next week we could sell, next week it's $300 and we have the hundreds, we could sell the 150s and still make $4 or $5 on it. Just all sorts of different things that you can do with hedging and stuff. But it is what it is. So Doug A in the house. Raja, don't win all the casino's money. Save some for Simon and I. You guys, we've been waiting for you guys to arrive. And it looks like we have a special guest. I'm here at the Atlantis Casino in Reno doing our live show. We'll see who our special guest is. We have a special guest today joining us for Raja Makes Money. Two special guests. We got the Click Father. You guys remember the Click Daughter who was on our show? So we have the Click Father. We're here at the Atlantis Resort and Spa in Reno, Nevada, because we're doing live play tonight. We were live last night. It's unfortunate that I made almost more money on the slot machines than in the market. But at least I'm hedging my bets on the slot machines. If you guys didn't see last night, I hit a jackpot for $41,700. So Harry has a question. Raja, what if the stock does not move much next week post earnings? The put option price could decay fast. And that's why we do the hedge. If we don't see a lot of movement, that's, we write the 150. And like I was just showing you, I'll pull up the chart again. If I could write the 150 next week, like we've been writing, and that's $10.45. So if we don't think the stock's going to do anything, we write the $10.45. We make money on this trade, ride this thing out. After next week, we sell the other, this thing's $2. It makes us about $500,000-$600,000 on the play. The thing is, if it drops, below 150 heavily, then we could take a nice profit and the hedge goes against us. So, Monday and Tuesday is what we really need to watch. I am hoping Monday and Tuesday, if we can get this thing down a little bit, the volume's going to pick up because of volatility. There's no hedge funds. There's no person with intelligence that's coming in saying, we got to buy GameStop because earnings are coming up really soon and this stock is going to take off. I mean, there's nothing for this stock to take off. So definitely want to look at stuff like that. Tracy D says, hey, Click Father.
Hey. So you're playing a wait and see on Monday and Tuesday?
Yeah, so I was trying to write about 300 contracts, but we got 100 contracts off today. It was real tough because I was trying to get a massage at the same time. Now I had my spa appointment at the same time now. But so we're playing a wait and see. So we're hoping it comes down a little bit. And I also know, like I said, when volatility picks up around a stock, even if the stock doesn't do anything, the premiums start coming up. So that's one reason that we want to definitely watch it and wait to see where it goes and stuff. Hold on a second. I am a tree. Raja, what is another way to hedge for non-movement if you don't have sufficient funds to sell puts? So depending on what you own on the stock, obviously if you don't have any money, and like I said, I got hurt this week because I was going to move some money over to actually, and then I said, if I do that, then it's not really Raja making money, with the $5 million, then it'd be like Raja could throw in money. So I didn't want to do that this week. But if you don't have the money to, let's say, move up to hedge better, you can always hedge flat. So no matter what, if you have something longer out, whether it be a put or a call, you can always sell something at the current market conditions. Even if, the put is, let's say the put drops below $100. Let's say we have the 100, it goes to $80. We can also still sell the 70. Let's say it was $5 and the $100 at 80 is 25. You can try and, double hedge it. There's so many different ways to play it, which is why it's so interesting, exciting, and, it's never a dull minute figuring out how to navigate the different stocks and stuff. So blue acquisitions. Wonder who keeps buying Signal stock. Went up today. So odd. I have no idea. I don't follow that one. Could be. Let's take a look at it. SIGL. What was it? Well, it looks like it was down today. So, but not much. Or I don't know. Was it up today? Penny or something? Who knows? Yeah, that was the one that Elon Musk mistweeted, and that was the one I wish we could have shorted because look at this chart. Who owns Signal at $75, and then boom. But yeah, what honestly is crazy about this one is, in all honesty, is why it's not back to 50 cents where it was originally. Before we tweeted. So kind of cool. Penny D, when will you be back in Atlantic City, Raj? Middle of May. He'll be out there. Julian, there's a good one called Storm X. It's a company and website that you buy stuff on instead of cash back, like a credit card. They give you crypto. Not familiar with that one. Is that a stock play or just to sell your crypto or just an advertisement on Roger Makes Money? So, but yeah, any other questions, guys? Would be interesting. Thoughts on fuel cell? Christopher says FCEL. That one was up and then I thought it came down quite a bit. It had a nice little run. Let's see here with the 1 month chart there. It's been as high as $29. Yeah, this is the one that was way up there and came down. I don't know. I think a lot of these fuel cells and a lot of that stuff, I think they've had their runs. It's hard to say where they're going to go in the future. You have to remember some of these companies, just the valuations are just insane. Look at this fuel cell. This thing has a $4.8 billion market cap. This thing had $1.18 at some point in the last 52 weeks. Had a, way negative and stuff. So, it's definitely had a great run up and stuff. So hard to say on those. Definitely want to keep an eye on them, but yeah, it's definitely hard to say. So, but yeah, definitely on fuel cell, I think it's got a negative. I wouldn't be a player of it. I think it's got more of an opportunity to go down a little bit than it does to go back to $29. So, we got the ride news last night. Yeah, what did that ever do? Ride 30 at one time. Fake news is people shorting it. What did that do? So they said the CEO lied, or so that I don't even know if it was fake news or not. Looks like the stock did nothing today. It was up a little bit. But I remember Kenny was telling me about that one yesterday. And like I said, guys, don't forget, all of you guys got access to Kenny and the research team if you have questions in our Patreon group. But I don't have not a whole lot to really talk about today. Market's done. Overall it was a down week for the markets. We wound up about flat for the week, so I can't complain. The hedge is working. Hopefully Monday will be decent. I think overall Monday we could see a little bit rally in the Dow since it's been down some, unless there's more inflation worries or there's any spikes in COVID or anything. But it'll probably be a pretty flat week overall. Of course, GameStop's not going to be flat with earnings on Tuesday. But Sunday night, guys, will be like usual time, and we will talk about it, see how the markets are looking, what's looking for the upcoming week. For all my big jackpot fans, good news for you. I'm going to be live in just a little while. Brian and Denver just started. We are here at the Atlantis Casino in Resort and Spa in Reno, Nevada. And it'll be the next 2 nights. You got live play, lots of live play, Patreon play for the big jackpot people. We also have the Facebook warm-up show. So it's going to be fun. So that's all I got for you guys. And I've got 2 long days of going live and recording. So I'm going to wrap this one up. The week is done. And hey, guys, thanks for watching. And I will see everybody. See everybody tonight if you're watching me gamble. Otherwise, I'll see you guys Sunday for the weekly update show. Take care, guys, and have a great weekend.